Good morning. Woke up very early today, which is not usual for me. Usually I woke up at 12. Have some thoughts today about sleeping early in general. I know it's very hard for, I'm sure, a lot of people. I often aim to want to sleep early and then always end up late. I notice there are many times where I feel tired at 8 or something, or even sometimes 7 p.m. Then I just go to sleep and then waking up at 11 p.m. or going to sleep at 11, wake up at 3 a.m. My God, it is a lot of suffocation. And it led me to wonder why the fact do I even want to sleep early in this case if I'm just going to, struggle with sleeping. And for many years, I don't realize how the relationship I have with myself and the relationship I have with sleep has led me to this current cycle. I miss sleeping early, wake up early, man. It feels good. It feels quite calm. Like I don't have to wake up at 12 and then just panic like all the time I'm fleeting. And then what if I wake up even more late? I'm gonna have a even more mess up sleep cycle. Although doesn't really make much difference to be fair. But I'm never really aware of my internal self, my emotions, my thought process, and my external self, my body. The physical body is something that I neglect the most. For many years, I thought all I need to focus is mental and emotional, and yet physically, I neglect in most cases. Binge screen all the time, and all these things. It's interesting how when we were younger, the belief that we have, now we think about it, it's just kind of goofy and even cringe. But sometimes we carry these beliefs and thought pattern into our present moment and into where we are. And it's less about the age where you are, it's more about the awareness that you have for yourself. Are you aware about how you feel in most cases? Even for someone who is expressive, someone who feel a lot, right? Oftentimes are not aware of the present moment because I'm too caught up with worrying about the future, thinking about the next thing. So practicing awareness, mindfulness, the present moment is not easy because it requires a lot of attention for now while we are too caught up with what if the next thing. So waking up today is not really the point. It's more about sleeping early yesterday. Now I play game with my friend James play. We play Minecraft until about 11. Now, initially I wanted to play Fortnite since the early time about 5, but then it has update and then server went offline. Then I have to go outside already. It was devastated. So I came home. I thought I want to play Fortnite 9:30 or some shit like that. Doesn't launch. Epic game have some issue, and I cannot play. So I was like, I guess it was fate after all, huh? So I decided to just go with Minecraft then. One thing about fate is I start to accept things as they are more, acknowledge my emotions as they are, that I feel frustrated, which is hard because we are taught to think positive, right? Frustration, feeling upset, feeling angry is negative, therefore bad, shameful, and we must avoid. But no, actually, acknowledging how we feel is a way to know ourselves more, accept ourselves more for who we are as a whole being rather than just this product of what people thought we should be. So then we're playing Minecraft until 11:30, and I decided I want to play Fortnite. I don't really want to play actually. It's more like this notion where I need to have achievement, man. I need to get them battle pass. The funny thing is, like, I've been more active on playing Fortnite, so the chance of me claiming all battle pass reward is highly achievable. And yet this fear of what if I don't get it, I should focus on getting it early just in case, right? Just in case I get stressed and worried that I would miss out later. But by doing so, actually, I kind of force myself to keep chasing for something that we don't even know that will end early than I thought or not, and that creates suffering. And so yesterday at this hour 11:30, which is not a good idea to play in hindsight, because Fortnite, it's you play Fortnite, man, it's like panicking when there's like very little players left, so it doesn't launch anyway, the Epic game, and I decided I'm just gonna learn to sit with myself. I'm gonna off my phone. There's a good reason why a lot of us choose to sleep late, because being with ourselves, no music, no social media, no gaming, no distraction, just our thoughts, it can be terrifying, especially when you're used to pushing thoughts and feelings away. It's going to resurface at some point, which is nighttime, because you are not doing anything actively. And I see myself the pattern of binge social media or video game or adult content in the past, to just do it until I tired and then I go to sleep. I feel a lot of grief, man, because of how I've lived my life in the past, and even now, from time to time when I install social media like Instagram, I keep it on my phone. It becomes an automatic habit to just reach for it whenever I feel bored or anxious or stressed. And so that's why when I'm not using it, I always uninstall it. I keep it for like what, maybe max 3 days. The difference is with games, on computer especially, you would keep it a lot longer, because I mean installing is gonna take forever, right? Again, 1 hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, who knows? And so it's also a practice for me to keep something there and to learn about my emotions. What am I craving this thing for? Which is a lot different compared to phone, because when I look at phone, it tends to affect my vision a lot more easier. I get a lot tired. Basically, I have installed Dota 2, and that game was something that accompanied throughout my best and my worst times. And I remember I said I would quit it. I quit it, and I returned it after 3 to 6 months, I think. And it's still just as addicting, especially I play 7 match in total right now, and I lost 6 of them. And then it's just this desire of wanting more. I need the dub, man. At least if not dub, I want to enjoy the game at least. But Dota community can be toxic and all that. And then also, if a game is shit, you cannot leave, and then you have to just stuck there, roam around, keep dying for the next 1 hour. So it's definitely less enjoyable, and then you just want another match. And that's something I've been doing for many years. I will prioritize over career-based tasks, so creating art, creating content, or whatever. And then the second is the pleasure, which is adult content and video game. Then the sleep naturally going to go boom boom. Very messed up, I know. And now I pay for the debt, and my God, I gotta say it's not great, man. There were many times I feel tired at daytime, or maybe about 7 p.m. I need to sleep, man. I need to hit the and then it feels anxious to sleep during the whole process, because I'm afraid that I will oversleep. The next thing I do, wake up at 1 a.m. and now here I am doing some things God only knows. Talking about it feels kind of funny, but the struggle is definitely real. Like I can't, man. I can't keep living like this, man. But I do believe it's a gradual process. One thing I know throughout my reflection of my journey is that forcing is not going to work. You gotta, like I said many times, it's not A or B, force or resist, because at the end it doesn't work. If you do not understand why you do what you do to begin with, then you will never change. And that's the hard part, because now you are taught fix problem, and when you can't fix it, you don't understand. Now you struggle more, and then you feed into more the cycle of whatever you're doing, and just unwinding without social media or game or without content feels a lot difficult, but it's possible. The key is to be gentle. The key is to notice the thoughts and the emotion. And it's still hard for me. I still sugarcoat things. I still trying to avoid things, trying to run away from my problems. Trying to not acknowledge my emotions. When I feel upset about some people or something, I try to be understanding and try to brush it off, because that's how I was taught for many years, that to be considerate and be understanding to other people. Many things are kind of related to one another. It's kind of linked, even though indirectly. So the poor sleep can come from this lack of emotional safe space, and from emotional safe space, then you are going to more likely to consume, social media and all that shit, and then ultimately you get stuck in it. More shame, less understanding, and then the cycle just spiral down. So if you happen to watch this video at night, might be a good time to just sleep after this. Maybe it's not really about just sleeping. Sometimes it's just about being with yourself. It's okay that you don't fall asleep. Maybe sometimes your body is not asking to just lay down and then just sleep all the way 8 hours. Maybe sometimes it needs healing. It needs companion. It's real, right? I mean, I say companion, it's as if like it's another person, but it's us all along. And sometimes notice how even we ourselves ignore our own needs, our own emotional, physical, mental, spiritual needs. So how can other people show just as much love to us when we don't show it to ourselves? And that's why it's a lot harder to receive from other people. And social media, man, I gotta say, sometimes it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me more gradually uncomfortable over the year, because of how it's like I'm watching a fashion magazine or a, Coachella, Met Gala type of things, where people have this polished image, beautify, filter, highlights, and all that, and then you're just there, mind-numbingly consuming social media. Wonder what the fuck are you doing in your life? So therefore, it's important to really just start to take notice. Uh, Start to see things as they are, that I am feeling terrible, I am feeling upset, I am feeling tired. Now I may feel tired, at the same time also I am not willing to go to sleep yet. So acknowledging this both things, that you're tired and not ready to sleep, can help to soften the tension over the time. And when the tension softens, that's when you can act a little bit more at ease. At least I hope in this case it might help people out there. I think it really works for me in a way that throughout my life I've been either white or either black, man. It's a very extreme end. So either I be positive or either I be negative. But I don't have to choose either one side. They're both. Positive, negative is both within me. Just like in everything I do, there is a contrast. And this contrast doesn't have to mean fighting one another. Sometimes it just means flowing, coexisting at the same time. So take care. Good morning and good night. And I'll see you guys next time.